Hello again. This is the last hour of the Ham Day edition of The Lead. Now, the Eskom CEO, Ruyter, has just painted a rosy picture, saying the power utility is on track to lift power cuts on Saturday. Yesterday, blackouts were downgraded to Stage 3. Stage 2 is set to kick in on Friday, with more load shedding by Eskom expected to be suspended on Saturday morning. For some reaction to the Eskom briefing that just ended just a short while ago, I'm joined now by energy analyst Yelland. Mr. Yelland, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. I know you were on that briefing, you were listening in. There was a question or two that you posed as well, and they were read by Skonati Machancha of Eskom. Your overall impression of just what we heard? I've just said that it looks like things are rosier today than they were yesterday. Am I correct?
Well, let me first of all give my overall impression, and that is I am really impressed and pleased with the openness and the transparency and the effort in which that Eskom is putting into communicating with the public of South Africa. Truly, the work done by Skonati Machancha and by the executive team at Eskom is in a different league to the kind of communication that we see, for example, from the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, the Department of Public Enterprises, NERSA, and other state-owned enterprises. So I really think they're putting in a strong effort to keep us informed and to be as open as they can be. So that was my first comment. In terms of the rosy outlook, I think we have to caution, and I think it has been, the point was made that, yes, there may be, the current bout of load shedding may ease a little bit, over the weekend and come to an end. But I think the caution, of course, is that South Africa is short on generation capacity. And until we get something like 5,000 megawatts of new generation capacity back on the grid, in one way or another, we are in for load shedding for several years to come. There is no quick fix, and they always carefully state that provided no further units go down and provided units that are supposed to go back on stream go back on a stream. And the reality is that the system is unpredictable. It is intermittent. It is breaking down regularly. It is not reliable. And that is the problem. So I don't think we can think that this is just a rosy picture where everything is going to come to an end this weekend.
So we're in for a rough ride. So if the system is struggling because it's old, it needs to be maintained. He said about 12 billion rand a year of maintenance thing. What can be done in the short to medium term, really? Is there a solution here? I mean, look at what happened now from what they briefed us yesterday when we had the blackout in Zambia, how we were badly affected via Cahora Bassa in Mozambique as well.
Yeah, so let's quickly look at what they can do and what is the issue. The way to mitigate this problem, I know it sounds easy, it's not that easy, but the way to mitigate the problem is either to increase supply, that is new additional generation capacity, or to reduce demand, or both at the same time. And there are ways of doing this. So when it comes to increasing the supply, firstly, we need to ensure that the availability of existing generation capacity improves. The moment the availability factor is very low. Secondly, we need to bring on new generation capacity fast from Medupi and Kusile. Easy to say, hard to do because these are very slow and late, and those that are coming on stream are performing very badly. And thirdly, we need to bring on new generation capacity through the risk mitigation IPP program, the renewable energy IPP program, and the gas to power program, and battery energy storage. These things need to come on stream as fast as possible. And that's in the public procurement space. In the private procurement space, we need to unlock self-generation, distributed generation, embedded generation, and wheeling across the grid. In other words, customers becoming part of the solution and generating or supplementing their own electricity needs, and thereby reducing the burden of Eskom on the grid. So that's on the supply side. On the demand side, we need to reduce demand. Now, there are many ways of doing this. Load shedding is one way and a very unacceptable way, but there are other ways of reducing demand. For example, energy efficiency and demand side management initiatives, of which there are, I could name 10 of them, that can be done, that should be done, that are not being done quickly or properly. And all of this can manage supply and demand to try and bring it back into balance as quickly as possible. So some of these initiatives are easier than others. Others are easy to say but hard to do. But if you work on this problem and do the right thing for a long time, we can solve this problem.
Thank you very much, Chris Yelland, for your initial sort of comments there after that briefing we just had there from the Eskom leadership. That's Chris Yelland. He's, of course, an energy expert. Now,